Smastian here, back for another episode of Roguetech Road to Atlas. Today, we've already finished the tiny little repair job on the Pirate's Bane. We're going to leave Fang on a bit of quote-unquote shore leave after the last couple missions he pulled. And instead, we're going to train up our second-line roster. So, in order to do that, I think we'll take this assassination mission, go for a full salvage because it is an assassination mission, and throw in everything up to and including the kitchen sink at our enemies, whoever they may happen to be. And just quickly checking. Okay, we're going to be going up against Lyran mechs. It's not going to be a clan enemy, so not much to worry about there. And as a result, let's throw in... Oh, who has the better piloting? I think we're going to throw Behemoth into the Pirate's Bane. Glitch into the Venom. Decker into the Javelin. And Roulette into the Wasp. Because playing the Wasp is more or less a gamble at any time. So, let's go with this roster. See what we can do. Now, what are going to be the odds that there are two defending lances for this one assassination target?
Command interface initiated.
Given the map template we have, I think the odds are 100%. Actually, wait, no, this is a different map template.
I like it here.
Okay, there's going to be likely just the one supporting lance. Our target is back here. His extraction zone will be somewhere here. Which means that if he pushes into us and takes too much damage, he will just bug out too quickly. So, bright side, we're not going to have to deal with too many flanking shenanigans. Worst case scenario, two supporting enemies stacked up one on top of the other.
What's up, boss?
Let's find out what the case actually is.
Affirmative.
Ah.
Time to earn our money.
One additional thing that I just reminded myself of. Let's turn this back to the way it was. About half. More or less the same. Bam. 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 And we're golden. Okay. Enemies are already moving forward, and we need to get ourselves out of the water because there's not enough cover here. Okay, so far it's just a galleon with a fairly poor loadout. Nothing too scary so far. Wow. Them odds. Okay, 4 vehicles and what is likely to be a light mech.
Good to go.
Assassination target. Nothing too problematic here.
Engaging target.
Well, except for chances to hit.
No joy.
The fact that we have to push into
Commander?
enemies without any real choice in the matter.
Aye.
That said, we can afford to do some nonsense like this. Good hits. We can make jumps without overheating too hard. Huh. There are plenty of things we can do without, however. Among them are being stuck in this water, but I think I'll let the enemies fire at us. We're fairly evasive so far. They don't seem to have too many ridiculous weapons. Yep. Fairly easy vehicles to dispatch. Of course, you know. Evasion means nothing, as always.
Critical hit.
But whatever. We'll manage and make do. Let's flank around on these targets. See what we can do about each of them. Flame Boy, I think, is the one we have to deal with most.
Firing full complement on him.
Very nice hits, Behemoth.
I hear ya.
Venom, you're going, or Glitch in the Venom, you're going to fire first, and then move.
Commencing alpha strike.
Because now we have given you Ace Pilot. Okay, that takes out one vehicle.
I feel bad about shooting the little guy.
Well, don't feel bad. First off, they're not all that little. They do a hell of a lot of damage to us, and that's a problem. So don't feel bad. It's bad for business. Okay. Decker, just sprint forward. I want you to get your pulse lasers in action. We'll multi-target. Some onto that, pulse lasers onto this fellow, and we can deal with those. Odds to hit.
Splitting fire.
Okay. Acceptable.
I'm receiving you.
Now, unfortunately, I think we need to move the Wasp forward and offensive push this guy, because I just don't want him firing with his AC-5. No problem.
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
Okay, Flamer Boy misses.
Waiting for orders.
Behemoth first or Glitch?
Waiting on you, Commander.
I think Behemoth first. Fire at the Scorpion because that's your best available target. And, get into the tree line.
Position confirmed.
Scorpion moves forward. Get some laser hits in. Unfortunate.
Is that it? I'm barely waiting for orders.
We'll fire at the Scorpion here.
All right.
Better chances to hit. Far more damaged as well. Oh yeah, Roulette doesn't have Ace Pilot, so
Good to go.
well, the Wasp is probably going to disappear from the face of the Earth. Hi, can ya... Okay, fine, you have to shoot at this thing, then.
All weapons are go. You like that?
We'll move forward. Decker,
Ready for orders.
do try to take this thing out if you can. God, that's a bit atrocious. Maybe if I move you out in front of the Wasp, he won't target the Wasp. Nope, he was absolutely intent on targeting the Wasp.
Critical hit.
Fortunately,
Critical hit.
we didn't lose anything important. It's just the left arm.
Yes, Commander.
Behemoth, do put some more damage into the Ignis.
Taking the shot.
Okay, nothing much happening. He misses his chance at returning fire. That's fine.
Waiting for orders.
Return fire on the scimitar and bug out.
All weapons are go.
And I keep forgetting she doesn't have evasion
You can
or
see
ace
daylight
pilot.
through my armor.
Jesus, the misplays. An unfortunate hit on our rear armor from the scimitar,
Coordinates received.
but I think we're going to deal with that right here.
Got it.
Good, it's been evaporated.
That's a vehicle kill.
Receiving you.
And I think this should be the death of the Ignis as well. Well, it would have been had more of our shots actually hit.
Critical hit.
Okay.
Receiving you.
Glitch. Finish the job, if you please. That'll be it.
Mover down.
And we can now start focusing on our actual target. And this time, let's remember, Roulette does not have ace piloting trait.
Yes, Commander. Roger. Full speed.
Orders.
Overall, however, mission hasn't gone too poorly. We've just been taking it a bit too quickly. We'll reserve. Mech moved. Very nice.
Yes, Commander. Acknowledged.
Let's keep charging forward.
Ready for orders.
Behemoth, you can afford to charge forth.
I copy.
And it's a quarantine Wolverine. Okay. Strange vehicle. I guess we're just tearing it to shreds.
On it.
Target damaged. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
Moving fast. All weapons are go.
Pretty bog standard job now, just dump in as much fire as we possibly can.
On it.
From the best possible angles we can.
Roger that.
And with that having been said,
Orders.
let's fire
Roger.
and move back with the people who actually have ace pilot. Such as the following. I think we'll be safe behind this rock.
Commander. Firing all weapons. Roger that. Good to go.
And glitch, yeah, you can afford to do that.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
We've made him unsteady finally. Jesus, took a while.
Moving to position. Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
And Roulette,
I'm receiving
just
you.
move in behind the rest of them.
10-4.
Okay, he's avoiding our fire. See what he does now. Okay, moves back into the line of fire.
Standing by.
So yeah, it's a simple job of we have the initiative advantage, so we can just bully him to death.
Commander? Right, Commander.
This time, however, we're going to avoid using all of our weapons at once. Glitch is starting to overheat.
Standing by. On it.
The Javelin's pretty good for heat dissipation, so we can afford to Alpha Strike continually with it.
Yes, Commander.
And yeah, just move up to here and fire with the medium pulse. And, you're actually in range with your small lasers. That's good too. Cool, we've managed to take out all the armor on the leg.
The target is retreating, Commander.
And as
Eliminate it
said,
before it
that's where
escapes.
his extraction zone is. So let's dump all the fire that we can into him.
Affirmative.
Heck, take out his leg would be really nice. If I'm correct, he should not have any jump jets. No, he does have a couple. Exactly 3 or 4, maybe. It seems he has 3. But that won't be enough for him. And again, I keep forgetting Roulette does not have ace pilot.
Firing a full salvo.
That said, he should be more focused on running rather than actually attacking us.
Good to go.
And if we do actually manage to London Bridge this guy,
Roger that.
that'll also be pretty good.
Critical hit, Commander. On my way.
Okay.
Waiting for orders.
This should
I got
actually completely destroy him. Good.
target eliminated.
Mission successful.
Okay. Not much C-bills gotten from that. We took way more structural damage than we ought to. But, yeah, we'll deal. And, you know, the reinforced right side armor on the Wolverine. Interesting. A bunch of medium lasers, some vehicle flamers. This one ignores evasion. We might take the vehicle flamers and see what we can do fooling around with them. Endo steel perhaps. And no fusion engine survived. Just a bunch of engine ICs. I think I want the mech salvage above all that. Okay. We get an AC-5, 4 medium lasers, machine gun heavy, both of the vehicle flamers and ammo SRM, so everything turned out just peachy. Okay, 15,000 C-bills to repair, as well as 5 days. All in all, not so bad. Actually fairly decent. Say yes to that. We're still a ways away from the Hunchback, however, once we get this online, we can start forgetting about the Wasp a lot faster than we currently are forgetting about it. We'll take a look at the store. If we're lucky, there would have been Phoenix Hawk parts, but instead there is a bunch of Archer parts. An Archer would be a nice thing to have. It's a heavy mech. I was wondering for a moment whether or not 70 tons was already assault mech territory. But it seems to only be a heavy mech. So on this variant's kitted to the teeth with rocket launchers, which are basically a one-shot deal. And the parts cost way too much for us to be interested in them. Some LRM5++ variants, medium X-Pulse. Medium X-Pulse would be nice to have. 11 times 4 damage is better than 15 times 3. Not by a whole lot, but it is. Yeah, the math should work out on that. 45 damage versus 44 damage. Actually, no, it turns out to be 1 point less. Max damage. Yeah, I can't count. The extended range and the heat buildup might be the trade-off there, though. Is it worth it on the medium X pulses? Probably not. The small X pulses, it certainly is, given that small lasers need all the extended range they can get. And yeah, nothing here of interest for us. So, yeah. Just get some of these repairs done, and do a second mission. Screw it. This one was short. Cool, all of that's done. We're 2 days away from completing the mech bay upgrade, so that'll be nice. Until then, let's get back into the whole swing of things with contracts. Now, old pirate mechs. 512,000 C-bill mission. Are we up for the task? I think we are. We'll take 2 out of 10 salvage and 216,000 C-bills. And we don't really care about the left arm of the Wasp. I mean, I can take a look at it. Oh, the Locust actually lost a double heatsink. Okay. So we are going to take a look at our Pirate's Bane. Drop into the store. Check out the equipment. Heat sinks. And none of these are double heat sinks. Unfortunate. Is it only damaged? No, it is completely destroyed. Do we actually have a reserve? No, we don't. And we have to have a double heatsink in order for this thing to function. Well, damn. Damn, damn, and double damn. Okay. How are we going to solve this problem? Given that we've already got the arm back, we might as well repair the upper arm, so whatever. Let's go for it. Phew.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
How are we going to solve this issue? We could go back to the mech bay and check out what it is we're trying to kit this thing with. But I don't think that's worth our while, especially given how we've already invested so much time into getting this thing re-equipped. Now we could just go full ham. We have some time before we go bankrupt. So we could just wait for the Hunchback to come back online, salvage a bunch of double heat sinks just so we have some spares later on down the road, and get our Pirate's Bane back online at that later point. Okay. I'd like to know when this happened, given that we only took damage to our left leg in combat. I really want to know when this critical damage came in. Either way, what I am going to do is I'm going to wait that one day just to get the arm repaired on the Wasp. We might as well show it some love while it's still with us. And try to drop in for this mission anyway. Let's see if that's even a possibility. Will it allow us to do so? Fang, you can take your seat as per usual. And it was Medusa and the Wasp, and please, let me get inside my mech again. Although there is one more thing I wanted to check. Did Fang get any new skills? Yes.
Standing by.
He can improve his gunnery or his guts. Heat generation shouldn't be a problem, even though we're missing a heat sink. So,
Orders?
Yeah.
let's just go into this tentatively as it is. Enough waffling. We're giving this a shot. Out. Already said the roster I wanted to have. Come on. There you go. Mechs may have reduced performance in battle. Well, you know what they say about reduced performance in battle. Doesn't matter a good goddamn if you don't generate any heat. So, we're just not going to generate any heat. Now, our enemies seem to have set themselves up inside a wind farm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I know which map template I'm on. I'm expecting reinforcements to come in from over here. On this turn or the next. So I think the thing we need to do is charge forward to the right here and deal with these folks in detail. First, on this flank, then on that one, potentially.
Waiting for orders.
So far we've got 2 light tanks, or light mechs, to deal with. A vehicle. And a heavy mech? What? No, so a light, a vehicle, and a heavy mech. That doesn't make much sense.
Receiving you.
Guess we'll find out. Yeah, it's a heavy mech. Okay, we might not be dealing with reinforcements at all, come to think of it. So let's see what we are dealing with. I think the first thing we will deal with is a reserve action. A Locust moves forward, gets a couple hits in on Wasp. That is to say, Medusa in the Wasp.
Light damage, Commander.
And deals a bunch of damage to Blorks in the Venom, and doesn't miss with a whole lot, which is a nuisance. So let's see what the heavy mech does. Okay. Alright.
Receiving you.
For now, let's move ourselves to the flank of this Locust and unleash hell into his side armor.
Confirmed.
Okay. Blorks, same deal.
Commander.
If you can annihilate him, do so.
Consider it done.
It is, after all, a Locust. And yeah, it's gone. Okay.
Hostile, remove.
What can we do now? Well, let's see what it is. An Eris. Okay. So it's basically a champion Thunderbolt variant. Well, no. Yeah, it's a Thunderbolt variant. Okay. This is going to be tough. Fortunately, we all have Ace Pilot, which means that we just need to deal with this thing first, a wheeled APC, which will offensive push just so that it doesn't get any funny ideas.
Got it.
Okay. We'll deal with that first, and then run away. Get out of its line of fire.
Ready for orders.
Blorix, you also don't have a line of fire on it. Damn. We maybe shouldn't have offensive pushed, but okay.
What do you need?
Who can take shots at it? I can, and so can Medusa. So, I'll go first. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And we bug out into the cover of some rocks. Medusa, you're up next onto the Eris. Yep. That you are.
This should be good.
And you too, bug out.
Copy that.
Fang, you're going to flank over to here.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
And Blorix, you're going to do a similar maneuver. We're going to get this guy in a crossfire.
Understood. Moving fast.
Okay. Not a whole lot of movement out of him. So, let's reserve. Let him move first.
Got it.
Okay, Fang. Going for a rear attack.
Ready for orders. Got it. Aye, aye.
Blorix, likewise.
Good to go.
That you are.
All in air. Targeting for an alpha strike.
Okay, we've exposed his rear armor. Now, let's get some shots into his front as well. Nothing but evaporation. And,
Aye, aye.
yeah. Similarly, Medusa, you'll move forward. Get some shots in while you can get them in. And we'll go in reverse order of how we just did it.
For orders.
First, Medusa goes,
All weapons fired.
misses everything. Good.
Lucky that.
And bugs out. Followed by me taking some shots. And bugging out. Followed by Blorix taking some shots.
Standing by.
Fire at all weapons.
And similarly
Something
bugging
fire.
out. And Fang,
Problem.
you get to topple this guy like the London Bridge.
Receiving you.
Or just annihilate him. That works too.
Hostile removed.
Yeah, that's about it. That was easy. Alright, I think we're hitting our stride with these missions. Drop cost deducted, 184,000 credits earned. No real damage to speak of, and certainly no damage that I want to speak of on the Wasp. And we have a lot of high-value salvage here. We could take an Angel ECM, which would be very valuable for us. In fact, like, why is this even a question I'm asking myself? We're taking an Angel ECM. And an NSS system, which is essentially more stealth. So we could kit out one of our boys, like, I think the Venom. I think we'll kit out the Venom with an NSS and an Angel ECM if we can. How much tonnage? 0 and 2. We'll make it work. Now, the thing I said I wanted to do was to get double heat sinks, but I see none of those. So instead, let's hope for some Eris salvage. Okay, half and half. Half of the Eris, half of the Locust. ER medium laser, medium X pulse. Very good. Heavy MG, and an engine IC. A very good haul. Okay. We come back to find that our mech bay has been completed. And to find out that we need to spend 2,000 in order to put some more armor back onto the Bloody Wasp. But now we can see, hopefully, our dual repair bay in action. So let's quickly watch to make sure that's the case. Fantastic. Both projects immediately finished. And heck, we even got a bunch of work done on the Hunchback. Okay. So, next order of business, upgrade-wise, if we're feeling so confident, is going to be it's going to have to be the tech point boost, isn't it? But we'll hold off on that for the time being. Okay. We have some thinking to do as to the selling of parts, and by thinking to do, I mean we're going into the storage, and we're finding the Locust. Not that one. There it is. Backstabber. Actually, this does inspire me to take a look at what the quirks are on our mech. Where can we find those? Do we need to take a look at the refit screen? Okay, there it is. Gain entrenched on a normal move. Very interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. So for not sprinting, we just give Fang entrenched at all times. There we go. While we're here, let's just check out the quirks of the Venom. If it has any. None. Good. And finally, the Javelin. Do you have any particular quirks? Also, no. And the Wasp, just for reference's sake. Nothing but restricted actuators on the right lower arm. I'm going to be rid of you very soon. And I can share with everyone my story about wasps. That said, there's nothing much more to do in this episode rather than wrap it up and say it's been fun. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscription, or do whatever else you feel is good. I'll see you on the battlefield and have a good day.